Welcome to the Juan on Juan podcast with your host, Juan Ayala.
Hello, motherfucker.
And welcome back to another episode of the Juan on Juan podcast. The world is on fucking fire, but make sure to check out the Patreon, check out the socials at the Juan on Juan podcast, patreon.com/the Juan on Juan podcast, exclusive content on there. Make sure to not miss out on that shit. And today we're going to be talking about the craziness happening right now on this flat earth with two Canadians. I got two fucking Canadians with me. I got Tony from the Third Dimension podcast, and I have fucking Tom Thompson from the Strange Brew podcast. What's up, guys?
Going on, fuckers?
What's happening, dude? What's happening? Hey, so just quick disclaimer. Adopted Canadian, though. I've been out here for 7 years. Originally from Texas, so yeah, man. That's why what this shit's happening over here is, it's fucking even crazier to me, man.
I'm full-bred Canadian.
A Mexican Canadian. I've never seen that in my life, but we have one here. So you guys want to, Tom, you want to plug your socials, and then Tony, you guys can plug your socials in there.
www.strangebrewpodcast.com. Juan is actually on that podcast. We have our own series called Strange Juans, where we talk about everything strange, from conspiracies to paranormal to true crime, especially Florida true crime. But yeah, you can find it at www.strangebrewpodcast.com, and you can follow us anywhere at Strange Brew Podcast. That's it.
Tony?
Nice. Yeah, man, I'm Tony G, 1/3 of Third Dimension Podcast. You can find me. My personal Instagram is Young Entrepreneur, literally both those words put together. Podcast is Third Dimension Podcast, but 3RDIMENSION Podcast. Man, obviously, the page has been super political lately because of what's going on in our country right now. But typically the show's about music, life, culture, man. It's me and two of my homies. We just get on there and talk shit about whatever we feel like talking shit about. Music, you know what I mean? It's usually a pretty lighthearted show. But anyways, man, that's kind of what we all jumped on to talk about, literally the world being on fire. We got fucking Russia literally dropping bombs in Ukraine. I saw some videos of bodies laying out on the floor. And we got our fucking police over here in Canada literally beating on the most beautiful people. For anybody, my American homies that never been out here to Canada, man, these people out here are the most beautiful people I've been around. And to see what those cops did to our brothers and sisters this weekend, man, it's a fucking tragedy, to say the least.
Fucking
they did
troops.
Yeah, man, they did everything but basically shoot those people, man. So, yeah, man, they shot rubber bullets.
It got pretty heated. I knew a lot of people that were in Ottawa. There's a lot of people that said they didn't see anything crazy go down, but I heard that stuff did, and I talked to people that have seen stuff go down. But it seemed heated for moments, and then the cops were overwhelmed by how many people were there, so they couldn't really do anything. But they obviously, if you don't know yet, there was film footage of the UN planes. They brought in UN troops that probably don't speak English, and they were the ones that were inflicting the most tyranny, and they were wearing no number, no name tag, no fucking nothing. And people tried to plead with them, but they probably didn't speak English.
Straight up, man. They were wearing green, just military style, like, dude, straight faced, like, bruh, it was wild, man. Absolutely wild. Juan, I don't know if you saw a lot of the footage, man, but like basically mainstream media has been, doing what they do, but like extra fucking putting it extra hard on over here at, they're just trying to cover everything up, lies, and just seeing all the people pretty much like, dude, like Ottawa police. Okay, so I'll give you a quick story, man. This is how fucking crazy this is over here, right? So I don't know if you saw, this lady is a native lady, and this other guy, which no one's even know what happened to this guy, but they get trampled by fucking horses, dude. They were on the front line, trampled by fucking horses, dude. Then the Ottawa police tried to tweet out that someone threw a bicycle at the fucking horse that's what made the horse flip out. And this is what's great about what the fuck's going on over here, bro, is that, dude, I'd say probably 80% of the replies to that tweet were a bunch of Canadian people literally like, you fucking liars, people posting the video, people doing, like zeroing in on the photo of like, yeah, it looks like a bike thrown, right? Like, dude, I've never seen something like this in my life, man. Like, where, because typically most people are fooled by the mainstream media, right? Like, dude, it's not happening.
The narrative is crumbling. And the guy that had the bike, he was using it. He didn't throw it. He was using it to like essentially protect people from the horses. And then obviously shit got out of hand. And you can follow me at the Reptilian too, because I post a lot of videos and I talk a lot about what's going on in Canada and trying to expose what the media is obviously paid not to expose. So it's starting to turn slowly. I do have a celebratory drink because the Emergency Act got revoked because of the Senate coming in and actually shutting it down. Then Trudeau's like, well, 2 days after we voted it in, it's not gonna happen. Like, it's just, his house of cards is crumbling, and I have theories about why too.
Where do we go from here? I mean, I wish I could relate, but unfortunately I can't, or fortunately I can't, because our government down here is a little bit more laxed, if you want to call it that. Right, we have the Russia situation, which all seems so conveniently orchestrated all at the same time. Unfortunately, people are losing their lives, which is the saddest part about it. But again, I think this is all according to plan. I think the next narrative is going to be like some sort of cyber attack, and then obviously
Klaus Schwab.
Yeah, right. And they're all tweeting out cryptic shit and all this stuff. And I don't know, man. What's the latest? Like, do you think they're gonna take Trudeau out? Are they gonna, because one of the elections already passed, right?
Yeah, he invoked the election essentially so he could get. He got minority, but it's ridiculous. The way the election system works in Canada is absolutely bullshit. It doesn't work correctly whatsoever. He shouldn't still be in power. I think that he's like, my theory is that, he's obviously a huge component of the World Economic Forum, which me and Juan, we've talked about this, how these people, these draconian fucking lizard people, if that's what they are, they put things in place and they show you things right out in the open so that you accept your own slavery. Essentially, you put it out there, they lay out all what they're going to do, and they tell you, and you don't do anything about it, so they just get to go along with it essentially. But I think there's people that are theorizing that Trudeau knows the house of cards is crumbling, so he invoked the Emergency Act to essentially expose the World Economic Forum, so maybe they would take them down and leave him alone. But he needs to fucking go, and I've always said he needs to be hanging from a tree.
Well, we're not inciting violence by any way, shape, or form, but metaphorically, right? Metaphorically.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. I mean, the way I look at it, dude, I was telling my girl the other day, and I feel like these motherfuckers are playing chess with us, bro, because the whole thing, like, dude, this shit's been in motion for a minute, especially if you really start to look at what Canada's been trying to do. It just slowly just passing little things here underneath everybody's noses, man. Different types of things, painting in the picture that it's for Canada, but it's kind of really borderline, censoring, especially on the internet that they're trying to do over here. Yeah, man. They're trying
you guys
to do a
don't
lot
have
of
freedom
things.
of speech, right?
This doesn't seem like it.
Man, honestly, bro, like it seems like, honestly, for a couple days there, dude, it looked like we were about to literally not have any freedom to do anything against the government, whether you wanted to say something, support something, whatever. But this is the way. Another thing, though, man, like as far as Trudeau, I don't think he's trying to. I don't know, man. Like what I'm trying to say is, Chrystia Freeland is like one of the top people in the WEF, right?
Yeah, you should follow my one of my TikToks. I literally just did a video where I was like, "This bitch be fidgety. She's fidgety as fuck, man, and it's weird.
Yeah, man.
It looks like she's on coke."
Yeah, man. She's a nefarious character.
Who is
man.
she?
And she is
the financial minister.
Yeah, our finance minister. So she's basically like almost seems to be right-hand man to Justin Trudeau, man. Because like anytime he talks, then she talks next. But the one thing that I feel like Canadians need to make sure that like, dude, this battle has just begun.
That's what I
feel
said.
like almost like the Emergencies Act. They, it went through, pissed us all off. We were all scared. Bank runs started happening. Like, dude, a lot of people started taking their money out of bank accounts to where the finance minister was like, yo, we might even have to prematurely tell people they can't take their money out because the financial system was going to start crumbling.
Try to
get rid of it.
$1,000, and he would just to give to his daughter, and they froze his bank account because it was over a certain amount of money.
That's right. See, so there was a lot of crazy shit happening, man. But the way I look at it, like, again, people seem to be, it's like they celebrate a win and they think shit's over. But dude, one of the things you got to pay attention, dude, Tomcat, you said it so right, is that these motherfuckers tell us exactly what they're trying to do right to our faces, but it's like hiding in plain sight. Dude, Chrystia Freeland said that some of the measures, especially the shit in FinTrack they're trying to pass, that went with the Emergency Act, they're trying to make that shit permanent, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Control the
where
money.
They can literally,
That's
right, where they can go in whenever they want to basically, yeah, man, to be like, yeah, if we want to freeze assets, if we want to, you know, basically overregulate crypto, dude. Like, when I mean government overreach, dude, like that's putting it lightly, what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And that Chrystia Freeland lady, she's probably, dude, to me, she's the one calling all the shots. I think she's the evil one that a lot of people, yeah, everybody's focused on Trudeau, but it's that lady that's got to go for sure.
She's creepy as fuck. Juan, just if you go on Strange Not Normal, or I'm gonna post on my Instagram soon that video of me making fun of her because she's like,
what's her name?
Creepy. Strange Not Normal. That's the newest TikTok.
No, the lady's name. What's her name? So I can look her up.
Krista fucking Freeland.
Chrystia Freeland.
Because it's like CHYRST.
No, I got a question. Yeah, this lady's a reptilian, 100%. I got
a video switching, man. It's fucking creepy.
I got a question. Who? Okay, so the government that is in power now, to compare it to American terms,
Democrats.
Is the Democratic form now. Who is in favor of all this shit that's going on? Who?
Fringe minority.
You think? But
it's not that many people, man. The majority of Canada has had enough of this shit. If you even just put in Justin Trudeau's name in Twitter, you'll see mass amounts of hates. Like, people in Canada hate this guy more than Jesus hated Satan. Like, this guy, like, he is fucked up. And with Freeland, it is funny. People say how her name is Freeland, and meanwhile she's pushing all this tyranny. When she was talking about the bank accounts being frozen, she was laughing about it. But all these people are connected to the World Economic Forum. If you see the way that bitch in New Zealand talks, she's the exact same way. She was like laughing about child suicide. All these people are connected, and they're all like, it's all being exposed. But the thing is, what I want to make on Tony's point is that with what happened with the Emergency Act being in place, we saw all these people that voted for it, they've exposed themselves. So everyone's been saying that I've seen that speaks out against this stuff is saying, like, these are the people that we need to get out of Parliament. We need to kick them out. It needs to be done. Jagmeet Singh, he's obviously a puppet of Trudeau, and he's not even this guy that runs the NDP party is not even allowed back in India because they think he's a terrorist.
That's why I think some people are put on this world as little garden gnomes, right? They're NPCs, because it doesn't make any sense to me that anybody would go along with this narrative and for so long. And it's unfortunate that you guys let it get to this point, right? Where
we're kind of pussies in a lot of ways.
Right? Because when you think of Canada, you think of like laid back, like hippies, right? Like the northern hippies, like everybody's super nice. And now it just seems like a fucking shithole where they've allowed this to come in. Like, why would you allow this to come? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I have a theory on that. And I think because, again, man, I have a different perspective, right? I grew up in Texas, man. I'm American, right? It was funny. I talked to I rant about this shit to my girl all the time. She's such a good sport because she'd just be sitting there listening. You know what I mean? So I was talking about it today. You know what I'm saying? And, dude, you know what it is, bro? I think it's not so much that Canadians, because I was very critical of especially when all this shit was going down. I was like, yo, why the fuck are Canadians sitting here taking it up the ass, man? Like, fight back. But this is the thing that I realized today, man, is that and again, correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I've only been here for 7 years, but for the most part, Canada's been a very free country, and Canada hasn't really had a lot of reasons not trust its government, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I've always not trusted the government, but that's me.
But you know what I'm saying? I think as a general populace, you know what I'm saying? As a general overall populace.
There are so many people that are the sheep, as people say, but there's just, they go along with the narrative and they trust the media, this legacy media. Now you have like Jordan Peterson, like constantly talking about this stuff, calling out all the shit. You have the dude in Britain that did a whole speech.
He's Canadian, right? Jordan Peterson's Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian for sure. And they even got this British guy that's calling out and saying, we need to expose Justin Trudeau, this guy, this evil man. He calls him that, and he's, I think he's part of the British government, or at least he's a politician. And his speech was pretty good, but that Canadians hate this fuck, and we're pretty laid back, and yeah, nothing has really happened. We've been pretty free, and we're pretty nice to each other to an extent, but there's a lot of people that have hatred and this whole freedom thing where they're making fun of people fighting for freedom. And when I used to watch the lives of the Freedom Convoy on TikTok, there would be so many trolls in there just making fun of this shit, saying go home, get a job, all this stuff, when all the people that are making fun of it are the people that lived off the government's money during COVID and just sat in their houses and stuff like that. So there's a lot of people, I would say about 30% of Canadians, which are absolutely clueless, have no idea what's going on. Some of my family is that way. And I'm not even talking to my mom right now because of her points of views. And I think it's going to be a long time before I even talk to her because I'm done with all these people that are sheeple.
They're winning though, bro. If you do that, they're winning because that's exactly what they want. Across. And you're playing, right? Like how Donald Trump came out, was like supporting the vaccine. They're like, hey, by not taking it, you're playing into their narrative. And then we have, what's the latest on the honkening? Is that still a thing, or did they arrest everybody and everybody's moved along? What's the latest on that?
Tony, did you see that one MP? This one MP, she's like, honking, honk is now, it's like saying Hail Hitler, and everyone reading. She had to turn off her comments on Instagram because I went and looked at it, and all of her comments are turned off or limited. And that shit to me, everyone was like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? It's pretty much means freedom is what, and the goose honks.
Yeah, no, but did you catch that Putin was saying he wants to denazify? I believe it was either Ukraine or something like that. Did you see that?
Especially with this Hail Hitler lady. She was like, honk honk means Hail Hitler. Come on, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Who's writing this? Who's writing this? Try better. Be better. If you're going to try to deface us, come on. Try to make more sense of it.
You see Justin Trudeau's brother come out and talk?
No, I didn't even notice. I don't even know who the hell he is.
So Justin Trudeau's mom was a whore. I've told Juan that before. We've talked about the Freedom Convoy. She liked to fuck everyone. Yeah. Supposedly she fucked the Rolling Stones. And so he has a brother that they have the same mother, not the same father. And he was actually interviewed by one of the truckers or someone part of the Freedom Convoy. And he said that everything Justin Trudeau does is scripted, written beforehand. He does not believe half of what he's fucking saying. If not all of what he's saying, because now people were going off on him because he's talking about, we're going to stand up against authoritarianism and Ukraine, and then someone showed videos of what happened at the Freedom Convoy, and he just double speaks constantly. And if you put what the Big H did, Hitler, next to what he's done, other than the camps and shit like that, it is remarkable how close they are to the things they say and how they approach situations.
Yeah,
do you think that's why he's so obsessed with communism? Because they say that he's Fidel Castro's son, and maybe that runs in the family?
I think he is. Did you even see there was Ben Shapiro was making a joke about it. He's like, I'm not saying that he's Fidel Castro's son. They look a lot alike, but I'm not saying that he is. And he kept going off about it because he doesn't look like his father.
They look just alike. It is wild how much Fidel Castro and Justin Trudeau look alike.
Well, and it's
crazy.
And I've said this, and I feel like we should just do a whole episode. Me and Juan have talked about this too, is that during around the same time that Justin Trudeau was conceived, they were traveling around in Cuba. And also around, he was born, and then Fidel Castro was holding little Justin. And, maybe they had to play this
off. Was he really, bro? Is that real?
Photos of it. And then
Yeah, dude, you can find those pictures.
Whoa.
So, if you look up videos of Justin Trudeau's mother talk, she's fucking delusional. It is crazy. And there's theories. I feel like I've told you this one, is that Trudeau's parents were swingers. That was a rumor. Yeah. They were swingers. And then so when they went to Cuba, they were partying, all that type of shit. And it seems to all connect. And even when Fidel Castro died, Justin Trudeau cried about it. And you can see fucking videos of him hugging Castro earlier, crying.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? That's crazy. I didn't know that. But the whole swingers thing. I mean, a lot of elites are swingers, right? That's because they're so bored with everything that they got that they need to have some sort of quote unquote fun. But I could 100% get behind that conspiracy theory. You know what I mean? So what's next as far as, do you think there's potentiality for I don't even know if that's a word, for a civil war perhaps? Like, do you think that because I don't think that, from what I'm seeing, right, and this is just what I'm perceiving from social media, that there's not a lot of people behind this whole government, the government movement of them being tyrannical and pushing all these unjust laws on their people. But then you're always going to have some of those fucks, which me and Tom know some of those fucks, who are against the whole honkening and all this stuff. But
in convoys and shit, it's just like,
yeah, do you think there's a possibility for a civil war, potentially happening within you guys' country with
I'll
this
let Tony
division?
talk and I'll get into it.
Man, I don't think so. It would have to be some really, really crazy shit, man, before Canadians start to get violent. Because, dude, I mean, I'd highly recommend you guys, if you haven't seen these kids, there's some bunch of kids on YouTube that live streamed weeks worth of people in Ottawa talking to people.
Oh, yeah.
And even while they were there, like, dude, there's this kid named Zot. I watched hours of this kid's footage out there in Ottawa. And dude, even like the day it was going down, like watching the videos, there's this guy on Instagram, I follow his name, Shots by Hill. He's
That's
got a
like
bunch of
wearing the
videos,
gas
like,
mask and shit, right?
yeah, man. So I watched a bunch of his videos. Like, dude, I mean, if Canadians were gonna get violent, it was definitely this weekend, man. They were getting their asses beat out there, and they still didn't, man. They just stayed peaceful. And dude, there's a few things when especially, I could honestly, dude, when I saw the lady and that guy get trampled, I thought that was it. Like, people are about to start swinging and trying to kill these police officers, and they still didn't, dude. And they just stayed peaceful.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, man. I think they'll keep doing it the right way. And dude, man, I couldn't tell you how proud I am with all these people out here, because they've inspired the world, man, to do it the right way, man. Like, because of what I had blamed, especially after the whole, the whole thing with the horse trampling, what I had blamed a bunch of, the people that were on front lines there to really get violent with the cops. No, I don't think anybody would have, because that's fucked up. But they still stayed peaceful. They were giving these people flowers, man. Like, bro, it's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life,
It's
man.
the opposite of Black Lives Matter, right? Because again, and nothing against black people, but they were quote unquote peaceful protesting, and we know that wasn't the fact. They were doing
black-owned businesses on fire.
Yeah, and we don't and we don't want, right? There's organizations who have the right mindset and right message, quote unquote, right? But then maybe the people within that organization get tainted, and they are the ones, causing all this stuff. So again, but you see the narrative, right? That was our version of what's happening over there, this unrest and all this stuff.
Man, Trudeau hid. He's fucking kneeled for the Black Lives Matter movement, which I understand. Like, I get what they were fighting for. Cops were being horrible towards, people of color in general. But for them to riot and literally loot while they were trying to protest is ridiculous. Yeah. And then obviously
Martin Luther King would be rolling in his fucking grave right now.
Oh, he is.
For how BLM, because I get it too. These cops in the States are evil, man. They'll shoot anybody, really.
Yeah. Malcolm X
dude,
taking violence to the streets, and then Martin Luther King peaceful. But it's crazy. The fact that Trudeau kneeled at that shit, and then when the Freedom Convoy came, one of the actual largest, most peaceful protest ever in Canadian history, he fucking ran away, and then he invoked the Emergency fucking Act, which is ridiculous. I think that they push Canadian people so far, they've had enough, and it would take a lot for us to get in a civil war. But say the Emergency Act got invoked, they kept freezing people's bank accounts, and it got to authoritarianism where, like, they were actually, like, people died, and even 10, 20, 30, 40 people end up dying because of the abuse from the cops. Then I could see people getting their guns and stuff like that, because the Americans don't even know this. When I have videos on Instagram, one got like literally thousands upon thousands of views and likes, and people were like, you guys gave your guns away, and I was like, no, we didn't. They took away like fucking essentially like assault rifles, but I know a lot of people who have guns legally too, and supposedly Canadians at large have way more guns than the actual military does.
Well, I didn't know that.
I believe
Yeah,
that.
the statistic is there's a lot of. That's why even if you that stupid movie Bowling for Columbine with that fat fuck, he talks about that and how Canadians have a lot of guns. We just don't. We usually use them for hunting and stuff like that. But I know buddies that have like fucking handguns, shotguns, everything like that. Like they use them for hunting, but also and now people are starting to go get their guns more and more now. Like people are getting their licenses more and more, and I'm probably going to eventually see if I can get mine.
No, they want to prove you, Tom. They're going to listen to the podcast and go, fuck this guy. We're denying that application. But it's crazy to me that it's not too far-fetched because, again, we know this is what the lizards do. This is what the reptilians are all about. They're all about invoking, an issue, trying to find a solution, then just rinse and repeat, which is what's happening right now. But it's also convenient, right, to blame it on the person in power. For us, it's Biden. Oh, Russia and Ukraine are going to war because Biden and all this stuff because of the Democratic Party. And that's you're playing right into their fucking system by having that same mentality. And it's about being able to break out of that mentality and coming together as a people in order to rise up and really, you know how they say, kill them with kindness type of shit because it's another fucked up part is that the actual police play into it, right? These people, we're just under orders. Well, really, that's what the Nazis said too. We're under orders, and look how many people fucking died.
Well, if you see the footage of like the police and their eyes are everything. They look like
they're robots.
Some of them, there's some of them, like the troops from the UN looked super sketchy, like in their eyes, they looked fucking evil. But if you saw the majority of the actual Canadian cops, there was young, old, and you could see inside their eyes, they were heartbroken. And Juan knows I've been to protests in Toronto and stuff like that, and it is crazy. They're like with thousands upon thousands of people, and I never got COVID. And to see all these loving people that just want freedom and this movement coming together of all these people from all different walks of life, the fact that they're calling us white supremacists when I've talked to like black people, fucking indigenous people, every walks of life. It's like fucking Asian dudes were out there. There's tons of people. There were Sikhs. The Sikhs part of the freedom movement. That was pretty cool to see. Like there's a lot of people standing up.
Man. Yep.
There's black people in Canada.
It's crazy.
They exist there.
Too many.
Dude, surprisingly so, man. They came out the woodworks, man. It was beautiful, man. Dude, I'm telling you, man. It's it's the craziest thing ever, man. Like. Yeah, dude, Sikhs, Asians, blacks, whites, males, females, kids. Dude, but like honestly, man, like what I saw over the last 2-3 weeks, that's what made me fall in love with this country, man. It's that multiculturalism.
I wish I would have went on the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa. My buddies went there to cook burgers, and I was supposed to go, but I just couldn't. They didn't know for like the week ahead, and I wanted to book it off work because we were supposed to go cook burgers for them and shit. And he said it was the craziest, most loving humanity, like this experience of like unity and just like love for your fellow man.
Yeah, man. They took that shit away from us, man. Out here in Canada, more than any other, at least the States, they took that shit from us. They've taken that shit from us for the last 2 years, man. So
yeah,
like wearing masks everywhere and shit like that. What's up?
Us in Australia are like we're one of the worst countries.
Exactly, man. Like we're like first world countries that are still locked down, man. Are
you guys allowed to leave yet or no?
Makes no sense, man. Like
we can starting March.
No, I can't
cross borders. I'm pretty sure because it's funny how they're still keeping the mask in Ontario, which I never wear one anywhere I go anyways. People give me looks, but most times I'm just like, and they're like, even when I go, I used to wear when I go to the LCBO because I need my booze, and sometimes they're kind of fucking sketchy about it. But I say I have a medical exemption. This one bitch, I was wearing my fuck Trudeau sweater and she rolled her eyes. And I was like, well, you can't say anything because I actually got one from my dentist. I said, yeah, can you just give me a medical exemption for like, say my mouth? And she's like, well, like, do you find that you're breathing through your mouth more with your mask? I was like, yeah. And so she gave me I literally have a whole written letter of a medical exemption for a mask. So I did it the smart way.
Smart.
And just
very smart.
The thing is that people are saying they want to keep the mask because it is a symbol of obedience to like not speak. And they actually used this during the slave trade, right? Everyone they're like the black slaves, they used to just put masks over their face. Most times made of metal.
Hannibal Lecter type of shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fucked up. But they still don't want us to cross the border because that's why people are the truckers were going to go until everything was lifted. And I've heard that they're starting to rally up again. Who knows if that's true? But I've seen certain videos because they want all restrictions to end. Like, you know what? I'm from Canada. I've never been to Florida. We have Anton, which is my other co-host. And he's in Buffalo, which is only like literally like an hour and a half away from me. I want to be able to go to the States, see Anton, even me and Anton go down to Florida and see Juan. Like, I want to be able to
stay the fuck away from me, bro.
I'm coming, man. I'm coming.
So starting in March, you guys are going to be able to cross the border, you said? Like within Canada?
In Canada, yeah.
I don't.
What?
In Canada, yeah, I think. But like, I still can't fly because I'm not vaxxed, so I can't even go to Houston. Well, I can probably go because I'm an American citizen, but I can't come back to this motherfucker.
No, they won't let you say if they cross the border.
This shit is.
Won't be able to come back.
I'd
be stuck.
That's so crazy to me, dude. That's
if I try to go to Buffalo, and if I tried it, and it's so close, right? If I try to go, I could probably cross, but then coming back, they wouldn't let me in because I'm not vaccinated. I'll never get it either. They can fucking put a gun to my head.
I think Tony might be lagging a little bit, but I think that this narrative is crumbling, right, as far as the COVID narrative goes, and that's why I think everything in Russia that's happening right now, even though I've heard that they've tried to do this before, like back in 2014, they tried invading one time, and now you have it this time around. You have Biden threatening to like ship, crack pipes over to the Ukraine so they can fight back. and I think that right, they're threatening right now. There's talks of nuclear wars, like nuclear weapons being used, which is also very scary. Again, trying to invoke this more fear on top of already the anxiety that was building since all these months on top of these people. And it's unfortunate, right, that they can use they can use words. It's alchemy. Yeah. They can use words to invoke fear in people. Yeah. It's disgusting.
And that, countries are more profitable in war. They like to
the military industrial complex, bro. It's all about that. It's what runs the country. It's there's a reason why when Russia was invading, their stock futures went up, right? There's a reason why oil is surging right now. There's a reason why all this is happening. And again, it's part of the game. It's one thing, right? How David I talks about the prison where you can't see the bars. There's one thing to know that you're in a fucking prison, and there's another thing to not even have a clue that you're in a prison. It's one thing to know that you're in a game and you can play it like a game, and it's another thing where you have people who live this reality. They all live different realities all at the same time, and the reality that's being painted for them is through the fucking media that needs to be taken down and needs to be defunded, and they need to be shut down. But again, I don't know. It's very scary and uncertain times right now, and I don't know where we're headed. You know what I mean?
Well, here, right, like that. My theories are right that Putin, right, isn't really part of the World Economic Forum and doesn't. And I'm not condoning what he's doing.
It would have killed him, Tom, if he wasn't.
I'm not condoning what he's fucking doing at all. But I'm saying that NATO kept pushing, and they kept getting closer. And he said, like, stop doing that. I'm going to do something. Stop doing that. And they kept pushing. And the fact that he's not a part of the World Economic Forum that wants to bring in this new banking system of cashless society, and obviously the new world order and all this stuff. I think this all dots connect. All this stuff has something to do with the other thing. And the funny thing is like that whole meme where it's like COVID, the people started to wake up, launch the virus, and now it's like, oh, COVID's over, launch World War III. Like, it's crazy.
Bro, they're not being secretive about it, Tom. Yo, like, just, dude, Klaus wrote a book about it. It's called The Great Reset. And the whole Build Back Better, dude, go watch every major leader's video. All say the same shit, man. Build back better, 666, 666, whatever you want to call it, man. Like, it's nefarious, bro. Like, but they're not being secretive about it.
What was Trudeau's slogan for his campaign? Do you guys know?
Vaccinated. Everything he talks about is get vaccinated. He's talking about how he has COVID. I did a video about this. The motherfucker says get vaccinated. I've got 3 shots supposedly, but there's a video of him. I posted it, I think, on my Instagram, and you can't see, like, the needle goes in and pulls out really weird. It looks like a fake needle. And there's videos of like Mariah Carey when she gets her shot, and
the Biden video, bro. It was like a fucking movie set. This is the real life Truman Show. This is, they're watching us and they're laughing at us right now, and the aliens aren't gonna fucking come visit us because they're like, man, fuck these people. They're just gonna blow themselves up. And that's the whole thing behind, like, even the simulation hypothesis, where one of the 3 main points being that we're not ever going to get to, once we reach technological maturity, that we're going to destroy ourselves. And that's exactly what we're doing. Like when I did mushrooms, the whole thing was, hey, we're a fucking cancer to this fucking world. And, we need to be, I don't want this to be misconstrued, but we need to be taken care of, not to say anything about any type of people or race or anything, but you know what I mean? Like we need to change our ways because we only have one planet. We're all one people.
I've said that to you before, Juan, that we're a virus on the earth, and that if Mother Nature really wanted to get rid of us, she could, because I believe that Mother Nature, like Mother Gaia, as the indigenous people say, well, she's an entity. And supposedly if you get higher along with evolutionary levels of spirituality, you can become a fucking literal planet. So her energy resonates. That's why when David Icke talks about how he did mushrooms in Peru, he said that he talked to the entity of Earth, Mother Earth, for 5 hours about the reality of our existence and how it's fucking fake pretty much.
Yeah, I did too when I was doing mushrooms. That's what they were talking to me. They're like, hey, you're being a piece of shit. Change your ways. Don't do what you're doing. Love your family. Take care of your family. That's what it's all about. But again, this is why these substances are illegal in a lot of different places. DMT, ayahuasca,
Canada's opening up to allow mushrooms to be at least decriminalized.
Tom, how paradoxical is that? That they want to bring forward these, you have weed that's legal, all these things that awaken your consciousness, but all at the same time, you can't fucking leave. You got to get vaccinated.
There's something at play with all of this shit, because it's funny because the weed site before it was legal, I used to get it from, they can now have mushrooms. It comes from BC. I'm going to start probably microdosing, and it is crazy how they're opening it up, but people think that there's a weed store in every fucking corner of Canada. People are like, Trudeau wants everyone to get really high so they don't pay attention to anything.
So it sounds like Alex Jones, bro. Alex Jones talks about the high potency weed that turns people into zombies. You take one hit of this shit and you're just like slump god, bro. You're just slouched over on your couch.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I don't know, man. Maybe that was like his, I don't know, maybe because maybe he did all that just to get us like, almost like win the people's confidence. It's like,
100%.
Canadians love their weed. Let's go ahead and legalize that, because our nefarious plan later with this pandemic is we're going to get everybody vaccinated.
But you still got your weed. You still got your weed. You still got your mushrooms. It's okay if we want to take your money from your bank account or freeze your accounts.
That's right.
Hey, go smoke a bowl, bro. Go chill out. You got mushrooms now. You could do all your things, but hey, we're going to be here and we're going to fucking tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And you're going to like it because you're going to do as you're told and you're not going to question it. And that's it. And people are fed up with that narrative and they're like, fuck this. And this is how you get this unrest, this civil unrest. And I support the honkening and the truckers because I feel their pain. I'm in the trucking industry, so I understand exactly where they're coming from. And I think they did a great.
We're going to make a movie, Juan. We're going to call it The Honkening, and it's going to be a haunted movie, and it's going to be Trudeau's going to be in a haunted house full of fucking truckers and trucks going honk. But no, we've talked about this, right? Like, you've never voted, right? I actually didn't.
I voted one time, Tom, and unfortunately I voted for not for Biden. Jesus, no.
Jesus.
God rebuke that name. No, I voted for Obama the first time.
Obama.
For the first.
So did I. The first
right?
time.
Yeah, Vinny passes that song, right, where he's like, at first I was believing the hype, but after doing the knowledge, I've been sleeping at night. Probably the biggest deception I've ever seen in my life. And he's talking about Obama because he sold it like this great thing. But, I've talked about, I've never voted because in the famous words of Mark Twain, if voting mattered, they wouldn't let us do it. So when Trudeau he pushed for this election during a fucking pandemic, I was like, all right, I'm going to vote. But didn't do anything to begin with. But this whole idea that they put people in certain places at the beginning when Trudeau got elected, I was like, whatever. He's giving us weed. He seems like just this big bitch. He's just a pussy guy, and he just talks out of his ass. But you know what? He's just some young leader, and hopefully he does some good things for Canada. And then slowly he creeps towards this authoritarianism style government. And that's why even like Jordan Peterson talked about this a long time ago on Joe Rogan, saying how there's baby steps to totalitarianism. It's baby steps. They slowly do certain things, and then this whole idea of protests happen, and they kind of step back, and then they try to push it more. Protests happen, they step back, and meanwhile, the government keeps gaining ground while we are protesting, stopping, thinking everything's laxed, and then they push again until eventually it becomes tyranny, which, you know, it has to an extent.
It's the whole thing that Alex Jones talks about, right? He uses the analogy of the frog, where when you boil a frog, it doesn't know that, you know, it's the water's getting hotter and hotter. The frog is just chilling, but then when it's too late and it wants to jump out, it's already too late. He's dead. And that's the same thing.
Frog in hot water, when it's boiling, they'll jump out instantly. But if you just sit them in there, let simmer slowly, they'll eventually they'll die within that water.
Yeah,
100%, man.
Exactly.
Dude, that analogy is perfect, guys. Perfect, man. Like, straight up, though.
That's
what's been happening, man.
Yeah, 100%. That's what's happening. And again, and it's happening all at the same time while people are awakening. And I think that, right, podcasts like this, they get the message out. And fuck, if I put it up on YouTube and they take it down, they take it down. I don't give a fuck. But still,
that's what happened with the Freedom Convoy episode.
Right? We did a Freedom Convoy episode, got pulled from you. We didn't even say anything bad. Yeah.
For medical misinformation.
Fuck off, yo. I didn't even know that. For real?
Yeah, because it was on Strange Ones on the Strange Brew podcast. And I talked
I didn't even know y'all had a YouTube. I need to subscribe. My bad.
Yeah. Honestly, check that shit out. But I was excited because I thought the Freedom Convoy episode would have got a lot of attention. It already is through downloads over podcast like platforms. But I thought I was like, the YouTube one's going to be fucking huge, guaranteed. And it already had a lot of views. And within a fucking day, it got taken down. And I was calling out Trudeau saying that he owns a portion, 40% of a company called AccuRes or whatever. I can't remember the fucking name. And so every time somebody gets a shot, he gets paid. I think that's part of it. But also we talked about, you know, all the stuff that, you know, obviously the shot, and that's why you got to be cryptic. Me and Juan were calling it.
It's a fact, though. That's a fact. It's not even misinformation. What you're saying, bro. That's a fact. You can look that up. Like,
shit that was a conspiracy theory a year ago is true today. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when we were talking all this shit about, you know, the vaccines and all this stuff and how they were going to use it to take control, people were laughing at you. Oh, you're a conspiracy. It came from Wuhan. Oh, you're a conspiracy theory. They've already said it. It's the fucking truth.
Said it.
Yep. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. I was like, everything that like people like me, whatever conspiracy theorists, that's what they claim that we are. A year ago, we're saying all the mainstream is coming out and saying now, and they literally pushed it like, you're not, you know, you won't get COVID, you da-da-da. Well, I'll try to tread lightly because I don't want this will be a good YouTube episode. But, you know, all this shit, and they said, oh, you know, it will stop the spread, you'll be fine. And now you got all the heart issues and everything else that's going along with it.
Which we knew from the beginning. We knew that, you know, this is an experiment. Again, the same mentality that the Nazis had, you know, in World War II of testing on their people, doing fucked up shit to their people. Remember, Project Paperclip, they just came over here and that same mentality transferred over, and they're doing the same thing to their people now, where they're doing whatever they want, however they want. And some people who are walking a thin line, who are easily swayed, they just play right into it. They just fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Shoot me up. Oh, well, you know, it's like Plato's The Republic where they wanted to ban all the arts. It's the same thing. They're locking you in your house. You can't do what you want. You can't speak. There's no freedom of speech. There's nothing. You have to stay locked up. And then you have them, they're shutting down the internet. And I think in Russia, they shut down the internet because, again, they don't want information getting out. But it's so fucked. It's so fucked to me that the people in the armed forces are following these orders, knowing the repercussions of their actions, of going and hurting innocent people. Because why? Because they live on the other side of a line that we fucking put there, a border that doesn't even fucking exist in the world when you look at it, right? Animals don't care about no fucking border. We put those lines there, and people, just because, they just follow them. Oh, yeah, you know, you can't cross the border because, you know, obviously not saying, you know, you need some sort of structure and peace and some sort of organization when it comes to having a congregation of people being a country, 100%. But when you start overstepping your boundaries and taking freedoms away from people that, you know, their birthright freedoms, that's where I draw the line, right? You know, I say you can do whatever you want. You can worship whoever you want, do whatever the fuck you want, as long as you don't hurt yourself or hurt others, you know?
I say.
What was that?
I was like, do what you want with your butthole. That's what your butthole is.
Exactly. You can do whatever you want, but
your ass is okay.
But it's so fucked up, right? And this talk about nuclear war, especially, I think that maybe, right? I've been thinking, I'm like, what if this is the beginning to Project Bluebeam? Like, what if we're at that cusp of, and then boom, the mothership shows up and it's Independence Day.
right? That like if there's a nuclear war, right? These creatures, the reptilians, they can exist within these like these planets that have been eradicated, supposedly because they can withstand different types of weather. I've talked to a reptile expert that literally told me this shit and how I've told you that story, right? Where I worked at a restaurant. This guy, I was like, I don't know, 20, 22, 23, so like fucking 9 years ago. And I was talking about the fucking Illuminati, and this guy was like, oh, you talking about the Illuminati? And he was a fucking pest expert that would come in and put like traps for pests in the restaurant. And he starts talking to me, and every time I see him, we would talk about it. And he was like, "You heard me start talking about the reptilians?" And he was like, "I'm a reptile expert." And I was like, "No shit." And he's like, "Yeah, so I do this kind of gig on the side. That's funny." And he was talking about how he's like, so when reptiles have their limb cut off, they can regrow limbs, right? They can withstand all types of different weather, all these crazy things that reptiles can do. And he said, if your soul were to embody a humanoid reptile, it would be like the ultimate warrior. And that's what David Icke and all these others, not just David Icke, all these other conspiracy theorists, that's what they call them, these UFO contactees talk about, is that, the reptilians, they can withstand all types of different weather and shit like that. They, and it would make sense. And there's people that theorize, right, when Mars, we talked about this one, where Mars got, supposedly there was an Asian race of beings. That's one of the alien contactees.
Asian race, bro? That's kind of racist.
Yeah. Well, it's just whatever.
And Tony, I muted you because you got a lot going on in the background. So just in case, when you want to talk, just unmute yourself.
This theory is just fucked because obviously I have my beliefs of that humans come from different alien species, and that's why there's so many different types of people, because we have 12 different.
Well, why
DNA.
Asians though, dude? I never heard that.
I don't know. I've just what I heard when I used to do a lot of alien research. They were like essentially what we would consider as Asian people, and they lived on Mars. They were highly intelligent, and supposedly they saw a meteorite coming to hit Mars, and so they freaked out. But they were really intelligent. 200 years before the meteorite hit, they developed underground bases, and they lived in peace for a while until the reptilians came in supposedly and fucking ate everybody.
Bro, I love when you talk about the reptilians and shit, because you know a lot more about it than I, like all these other planetary civilizations and shit like that, and their names.
Have that guy on there, man. Have that fucking dude. I interviewed this dude, and he has thousands upon thousands of followers on TikTok, and he does a character called Rico the Reptilian. So Tony, if you just go Strange Brew Podcast on YouTube and look down, and you'll see it's Rico Reptilian, the Order of Light. This guy knows so much about fucking reptilians. His mom, they had a UFO crash site outside of his home when he was like 4 years old. I won't want to interview him, man.
Bro,
this guy,
I can't take him seriously, bro. That's why when he starts talking to bro, what he does is he has a little reptilian head, and he moves his mouth out of the camera. He starts talking like if he was the reptilian. I'm gonna laugh.
He only did that for me because I asked him to do it, and because I was like, oh, you should have Rico on too. And he said that he's never done it before. He does TikTok videos where he plays Rico the Reptilian. That's about it. He's never done like a podcast or anything. Just kind of by himself kind of shit, or with Rico. He usually does it by himself in his talks. He has a YouTube channel, and it has like 6,000 people following it. And normally he does disclosure stuff. He talks about a bunch of the Hollow Earth and all that stuff. But he did that character specifically for me. So you can ask him to not do it. You can just be like, just come on, I'll interview you. Out Rico.
Yeah, because I saw it, and then I started watching his stuff, and I'm like, man, this guy, he's out there, right? He's talking about like the Temple of Light and the light beings, and I'm like, no disrespect, right? No disrespect to the guy. He seems like a cool guy. I feel like I'm gonna be disrespectful. I'm gonna start laughing. Okay, so that's why I haven't had him on, because when he has like this funny little voice.
Watch the episode, dude. I was laughing the whole time, and he does it as a character. He talks about that he's like the same way that you guys use comedy through like true crime and paranormal conspiracy episodes that we do. He's like, I use Rico as kind of a fun thing. It's just a joke, because he does this whole thing where like I was like, oh, Rico, is your grandma Hillary Clinton? And he's like, oh, that's my aunt, and he like goes off on a rant about it. He does it as a joke. I think it's hilarious. Watch the episode. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out. That shit's crazy.
Maybe I'll get me his info, Tom. Maybe I'll reach out to him and I'll have him on if he's as knowledgeable as you say about all this shit.
It's fucking crazy, dude. I'm like, how the fuck do you, like, I was like, you know more than I do, and I've done research for like 12 years about this shit, maybe longer.
So maybe we can do like a 3-way where you're on, and then that way it'll take.
We could definitely do a 3-way. We could do it for strange ones.
You want to do a threesome, Tom?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna do a threesome with the reptile guy? That's awesome.
Yeah. So that again, when speaking to people like you guys, I feel like there's still some hope when it comes to all the shit that's going on right now in the world, and hopefully, things settle down a little bit with Russia and the Ukraine situation, because again, once they jump in, you also have the possibility of China taking over Taiwan, which is another fucking thing, right? While everybody's distracted with that, let's make our move, which they've literally made artificial islands to be able to claim different areas of the ocean. Because again, this isn't our fucking planet to begin with, right? We're here, we're I don't know where the fuck we came from, right? We don't even know we don't even know what consciousness is. And you're going to tell me that you're going to own some plot of land, right? That 3 other motherfuckers before you also claimed, and you just happen to kill that guy. And you took, you know what I mean? Like the whole meme of you take the conquering, you put the flag, right? It's so fucked up, bro.
The moon. Like the moon, even though they faked the moon landing, I think because there's aliens on there and shit like that. They're just like, this is my moon now. The American flag is on it. It's my moon, okay?
Yeah, seriously though, man. That's crazy. That shit's crazy.
Does Canada have a space program by any chance?
Yeah, a really shitty one.
I was like, I don't know.
It's like bottle rockets.
I was like, Tom would know that better than me, man. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, we definitely do, but it's not that great. Like, we don't put a lot of money into it. We put a lot of money into getting everyone to have 7 shots in their arm, but that's about it. Like, there was one of the lawyers at the protest I went to in September last year, Rocco Galato, I think his name is, and he's a constitutional lawyer, someone I was fighting against this for a long time. He said it's something ridiculous. Like, the amount of money that they've spent, I think he said is like $24 million a day for 2,000 years since Christ was crucified, he said. And because they can analyze how much money they spend. So it's trillions and trillions of dollars. And then I think he said primarily, I think it's Canada, the United States, how much we've spent on just COVID essentially, and the shots and amongst everything else. And it's the same thing with like Doug Ford, the guy that right now the election is coming up that runs Ontario, the big fat fuck. And do you know anything about Doug Ford, Juan? Because I gotta ask you.
I don't know anything about Doug Ford.
His brother was the mayor of Toronto, and he smoked crack on camera with 2 black gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah. And he was like,
Rob Ford.
Yeah, Rob Ford was the shit though. A lot of people did like him. I feel like
people's champ. Yeah, a lot of people did like him a lot, man.
And you're from around Toronto and stuff like that, obviously, right? So like, Rob Ford was just honest to me. Like these people, like, and that's why it's weird. His brother went so, like, in my opinion, draconian and stuff like that. Because like Rob Ford was kind of like, he did some stupid shit. He said some crazy stuff. Like, he's like, did you say something about that girl's pussy? And he's like, yeah, I said that stuff. And he said like some crazy ass shit for being a mayor of Toronto, and there's video footage of him smoking crack. But there's even a song by this guy Sharon, who is part of King of the Dot, like a rap battle thing in Toronto, and he has a song called "I Smoke Crack" with Rob Ford. It's actually I'll just send you it to you, Juan. But it's just weird that his brother runs the show now because he died probably because how much crack he fucking smoked. But people liked him because he was real, and he was exposing how he's like, well, I get this free card for this. I get a card for I'm able to park. It's for free. I can go to the zoo for free. And he was exposing all the shit that they give MPs and stuff or people in political power, all this free shit. And he's like, this is a bunch of taxpayer dollar wasted. And he was exposing stuff like that. And then his brother
I remember that, dude. I was here already. I remember that shit.
It's crazy. His brother became a minister and is like, you got to wear a mask and go get your shot or I'm not letting you out of your house.
Yeah, and it's wild, right? We see these narratives, like even when Trump was in office, it was all Russian collusion, like all this stuff. They prepare, like how you said, they say this shit before it happens and they prepare you, right? So you demonize and you have this dogma against a certain group of people or a certain country, right? That's what Hitler did with the Jews. Like, hey, they're the problem of society. They're sick. Let's put them on all these trains and let's ship them out. And then the rest is literally history.
Let's fucking get rid of them. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, they had typhus and they put them on these trains. And again, this is what the narrative is now with all this shit. I didn't think
people. I just want to say this: the fact that there's people that call us plague rats for not getting an experimental shot that was developed in less than 7 months when shots I'm trying not to use the words, but the jabba dabba do they usually take 7 to fucking 20 years to develop. So at least there's minor complications for a small portion of the population. And then it's just all these people like, you're plague rats. And it's like, you're using the same terminology that fucking Hitler did. What are you doing?
If that's not shady, bro, right? Like, they did this in 7 months. They've had HIV and AIDS around for fucking ever, and they've never done anything about that. Why? Because, again, the pharmaceutical industry is another one that's very corrupt. My dad's MS medicine, bro, is fucking $40,000 a month for one person for the rest of his life.
That's fucked up. Dude, I bet you 90+% of the people, and again, I don't know, but I bet you 90% of the people that got the fucking jab don't know that the vaccine companies have 100% legal immunity. Yes. I bet you they don't know that.
No, a lot of people don't know that.
I bet you if people knew that before they went to go get that jab, they probably would have thought twice.
Yeah, but
most people think like, if something happens to me, I can go, I can go sue or whatever. No, you can't. No, you fucking can't.
Because they throw around this.
Because no one is informed, man. They just go based on whatever the media says. Like, okay, cool, I'll go do that. No, man. Like, this world is too crazy for you to build an opinion on literally a 15-minute piece on CTV or CBC, whatever that. You got to dive in, man. You
the rest
really
of your life.
Some shit.
Yeah.
You got to dive in, man. Yeah, dude. Sorry, but when this shit was going on, dude, I was every forum, YouTube, you name it. I was like, yo. Because I wasn't going to get it from day one anyway, but I was like, all right, let's really go into this topic. And then I started seeing, all these different things. I started seeing doctors getting basically silenced and different things. I'm like, time out. I was like, if there's doctors getting silenced and blah, 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 they're losing licenses. I'm like, what? Are they that crazy? Or are they just selling some truth and it's going against the narrative? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I think that's the problem with people, bro. They just, okay, cool. And then, like, even the politicians be like, well, the science says this. Y'all don't even know the science.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not science. It's
crazy, dude.
If you look back at even like I have like 5 TikTok accounts, but my first one that's totally shadow banned. I was talking about the shit when it first popped off. And if you actually listen to the podcast and for like fans and stuff like that, if you go back and listen to some of the episodes at the very beginning of the pandemic, I was talking to Billy about this shit. I'm like, I'm not getting this shit. It's fucking sketchy as shit. And this hopefully doesn't get us pulled. But the same stuff that's inside these shots is in lethal injections they give to prisoners.
Come on.
If you look at the ingredients, and that's why I got banned from Facebook. I've got 2 more days. Banned.
R.I.P. this episode on YouTube. R.I.P. We love Joe Biden. Bro. We love Justin Trudeau. We love the World Economic Forum. I love Hillary Clinton, just in case.
Proud of Schwab. I love that Bond villain.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro. Dude, and I haven't looked into the if this is legit yet or not, but I saw a post the other day on Instagram, or I think I heard some. I can't remember what it was. So I still, again, if I'm wrong, I'll still do my research. But I want to Google this later and try to find it. But apparently, I don't know if you guys have heard it, that you can go to like, I don't know if it's Moderna or Pfizer, one of their websites or whatever, or somewhere where you can see that all the different facts, the jab rollouts have batch numbers.
Yes, a badbatch.com or something like that.
Yeah, man.
It literally shows how every single batch they make is like different with some different ingredients.
Like, what the
and that's
fuck?
Yeah, and that's why there's people
man.
having worse reactions than others, and the heart issues and everything like that. So there's all these different batches being made. It is, and one of the
we are a science experiment, bros. We are a science experiment. The fact that there's batches, like, come on, people gotta wake up, dude.
It's medical
crazy.
Russian. That's what it is.
Yeah. What's that, bro?
Russian roulette.
Yeah, man.
It is. Yeah, it is. Like
a teacher at a protest said that shit. Like some guy was fighting against this stuff, and he said, "He's like, you're playing medical Russian roulette." And I was like,
I've had like 5 different people call me, and they're like, "I regret taking this shit. I regret it. Why did I do this? Why didn't you?" I have had family members. Why didn't you stop me? And I go, "Well, I try to tell you, but you were calling me delusional. You were calling me a conspiracy theory. You were calling me all this stuff. And now, right now, buyer's remorse. Now you got it, and now you got to live with it. And whatever comes of it, God take care of you, right? Whatever, watch over you. Hopefully nothing bad happens.
One of them good batches.
Yeah, hopefully you got the saline batch and nothing bad happened to you. And in 10 years you're not going to be seeing those mesothelioma fucking commercials. Did you take the jabba dabba do and XYZ and you're entitled to medical compensation? Like, hopefully we don't, because I can see that shit already happening, bro. I can see that.
It's fine. I think I mentioned to you at least one. My cousin that's in Niagara Falls. He was like, he was gonna be a famous poker star. That he was gonna be a rap battler. I think I said this before, and he got mad at me that I said this shit to him because now he's a comedian. Now he's doing stand up and stuff, which he wasn't that good. Now he's getting better as he goes along. But he plays the ukulele and does these fun, stupid songs. And he has one called "I Regret the Shot."
That's
I
crazy.
was like, Jesus. So I was like, all right, you're cluing in now.
Yo, I found this one kid on YouTube the other day too, y'all. It's a young kid, and I don't know if he's in Canada or where this kid's at because he's got a heavy accent. But yo, he's been posting videos of like basically after he got the shot, he's been going to get blood tests and stuff, man. And he's posting his results and talking about it on YouTube because he's had a lot of adverse effects since then. And he's a young dude, and he's like literally out there like talking about it publicly. He's like showing his. Like he's literally on the screen, dude. He's sharing his blood results to people. And dude, like you should see his comments. Like, bro, it's crazy. What's that?
So that says HIV.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I was like, yo, this kid has got some balls of steel, man. Because he's just like, yeah, like I'm not feeling good at all. Doctors can't figure out what's wrong with me. Here's my blood results. So where even doctors, dude, are commenting on his stuff. Like, dude, it's wild, man. I was like, wild. So I was like, dude. The revolution is gonna happen, man, because they can't silence all of us. You know what I'm saying? They can't take off every channel. They can't take off every, they can't take down every video. Dude, another thing I saw that gave me some hope as I was watching this kid Zot, right? Because he's the one that had like the a lot of the stuff in Ottawa. He was like doing a live stream, and now he's been doing like interviews with people after the fact, right? So he had this little girl on yesterday, dude. This little girl was maybe 23 years old. She's American, and she's in California, and she was filming the Freedom Convoy that started in Adelanto, California, and that was the starting point. And yo, this little girl was like, dude, again, you could tell like she like was like like almost like something happened to her, and she like got awake, man. Like she couldn't even keep a sentence before she started talking about another sentence, and she was just like talking about all the crazy stuff that she's seen, and she was like, man, you guys out in Canada, like you guys don't understand that you guys struck like a revolution. She's like, one of the crazy things I saw is everybody's got their phone out. Everybody's recording everything. So she's like, there's no way that mainstream media is going to get away with anything while the convoy goes through. She's like, because everyone is recording. She's like, I saw an old guy recording. I saw young kids recording. Like everybody's recording everything, man. I was like, yo, this is crazy what's happening, man. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty hopeful, man, because I think people are like, enough's enough, man. Let's record everything. And let's take the world back, man. Like, at least as much as we can. You know what I'm saying?
I know that Juan wants to bring this to a close.
I want to.
Awakening is happening. I want to mention to Juan, see if he would that how Biden's trying to take down Trump's Truth app. I heard too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what it's all about. But it's not that I want to end it. But I want to end it on a good note, because we've been talking about a lot of dark shit, a lot of unrest and all this stuff, right? And how you said, right?
Fact of the day.
Do what?
I was like, do you have a Billy fun fact of the day?
No. I wanted to end it on a good note. And right, the revolution will be televised or broadcasted or whatever the fuck they say, right?
It's going to be live streamed, baby.
And I encourage people to listen to podcasts on things like Podcast Addict or an app, right, that's not going to censor it, like Spotify or Google Podcasts or whatever.
Podbean's pretty good. Podbean doesn't censor shit, as far as I know. So
I like Podbean too. Yeah, that's what we host our podcast too.
My heart goes out to all the people in Ukraine, and hopefully things get better before they get any worse. And again, I support the truckers behind the honkening and all this shit, and I think it's great to.
I'm making a fucking movie called The Honkening. We're doing.
we can do that, Tom. We can do that.
We fucking. No, but yeah, you're right. Everybody, and me and Juan, our motto on Strange Brew podcast is everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody.
Seriously though, man.
One more time can you guys share your social media for the listeners? That way they can find you.
I guess I'll go first. Yeah, you can follow me, as I said at the beginning, at the Reptilian. Recently, since all the shit's been popping off, I'm posting a lot of videos of me talking about what's going on. Some of the stuff I put up on TikTok, but also just doing cutting together videos of Mr. Clown, Hitler Blackface, or whatever the fuck they call him. A bunch of
Blackface Hitler.
Yeah, Blackface Hitler's a trending tweet. Yeah, you can go Strange Brew Podcast on Instagram. We have a lot of fun shit. You can follow us www.strangebrewpodcast.com, and you can find most of the stuff on there. I'm gonna update the site with all the new merch and the new designs and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how you can find us. And Juan's on there every other week. Me and Juan are talking about like the craziest fucking shit.
No doubt. That's awesome. I've listened to a few episodes. I love it, man. You guys are the best. But yeah, for everybody out there, my name is Tony, 1/3 of Third Dimension Podcast. Again, obviously, if you guys go to my Instagram page, it's going to be very, very, definitely not what our normal content is. But, man, I'm a freedom fighter, man, for everybody out there. From Texas, born and raised in Houston, living in Toronto, just fighting the good fight, man. Again, my podcast is Third Dimension Podcast. You can literally just Google us, man. It's literally spell out Third Dimension Podcast. You'll find, we're everywhere on every major streaming platform. Instagram is 3RDIMENSION podcast. You can find me if you want to hit me up, just my own personal Instagram. It's Young Entrepreneur. That's usually where I'm at. But yeah, man, I'd love for anybody to go to our page, watch some of the videos that I posted, go hear the stories of real boots on the ground and Canadians that were out there, man. I got a lot of cool videos posted. Check out the stories, but yeah, man, I'm all for freedom. I'm all for the freedom convoy. And like, if I was going to leave us on a positive note, I was losing hope, man. I'd be the first one to tell you I was losing hope. That last year or two, I was telling my girl, we got to get the hell out of here, man, because this country's going to shit. But I tell you what, man, what my brothers and sisters have done out here in the last, month and what they did this past weekend and what we continue to do, it reignited a fire, man, the love that I have for this country. I'm American born, but I love Canada, man. I want to raise my kids here. That's why I stayed. And I believe that we're going to take our country back, man. So everybody 100%. Out there, man, keep fighting a good fight. And if you're too scared to say something, man, don't even worry about it, man. Say something, post something. Even if you don't have a podcast, you don't have anything, even just an Instagram post. Even if you ain't about that, talk to your parents. Boys was talking to his parents about what's been going on because they're like old school Canadians and they only watch legacy media. He showed them a couple of videos on YouTube and it shocked them. It shocked them. They were like, holy shit, I can't believe what's actually happening versus what's what they're showing versus what's happening. So even if you ain't, you're not us three with a podcast and we don't give a fuck about who judges us and we got to say, talk to your friends, man, because freedom is not something that we can just let go. You know what I'm saying? So hold on to it, man. And for everybody out there fighting the good fight and for everybody in the U.S. with the U.S. convoy, God be with you, man, because fucking us Canadians out here, we appreciate y'all continuing to fight the good fight. And I've seen videos with, Americans with Canadian flags too.
Yeah, I saw that. Awesome.
Man, I'm telling you, what we sparked in the world is beautiful, man. What we sparked in the world is so beautiful. So keep on fighting the good fight, man. And I love everybody, man. I love everybody out there. Straight up, though.
I was like, I might come down to Florida. Fuck this. I was like, get a laser and I'll run your laser for you and shit. I like that you made the point that like on my Instagram, it's really political and shit on my personal Instagram, but the Strange Brew stuff, more or less, we mentioned the stuff that's going on, but it's about fun. If Juan knows, it's dark humor. We joke about everything. It's supposed to be fun. So if you go to that Instagram, it is it's just fun shit. We just did a post where all of us as serial killers and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny, man. That was a funny post.
Well, Thank you guys for coming on, and remember to follow me on social media at the Juan Podcast on all social media platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram being my main one. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/the Juan Podcast. And thanks guys for coming on. And always remember, right? That was beautiful, Tony, what you said, right? I couldn't have said it any better myself, right? Stay strong and remember to
hail Nicolas Cage.
Of course.